Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to Yuletide-mania. Tonight we have a 2005 family comedy that takes place in the beginning at Christmas and then it ends on New Year's. So it counts. So as long as it's a holiday in this month, it counts. Anything, whether it's Christmas, New Year's, or Kwanzaa or Hanukkah, those are all legit. Just to let you guys know. And that is the first movie. Are we there yet? Yes. I like this movie. Screw the haters. I saw this movie a long time ago. Ice Cube did something different for once. It wasn't just another R-rated Friday movie, or All About the Benjamins, or an action film like Triple X 2. He did something different, and this paid off because this was a huge hit. I think it's very funny. I laugh my ass off every time I watch this movie. I love the two kids. Yeah, some people find them annoying. I thought they were fine. They're not. I've seen more annoying kids. The kids in Jurassic World are way freaking worse. Basically, Ice Cube is just a single guy that has a nice car and rims and whatever. And he has this bobblehead in his car and he talks to it and it talks back. Yes, it's voiced by Tracy Morgan. I'm not a fan of that guy, but as much as I'm not a fan of him, at least he's not so over like Kevin Hart is. Just saying, after that accident, the guy kind of changed. But anyway, he's in the film. Jay Moore's in the movie. He's all right. Brian Levin, I don't hate him as a director. I know he did the two, whatchamacallit, not Scooby Doo films. He did the Flintstones films. I like the first one. The prequel is shit. I don't care for that one, but I like this movie for what it is. He's basically a single guy that meets up with he meets Nia Long, who is absolutely gorgeous. Yes, Josh and Anthony, I like black women. What can I say? I have taste. I have massive taste in women with color. And her kids are living with their mom, and she's divorced from her. Separated from her husband, who had his own family elsewhere, and the kids want to go meet with the father because they think that he's so perfect. And when they eventually do see him, he's with his own family. He started his own family. He's married to someone else, and he has a baby. And that's later in the film. But basically, Ice Cube has to take these kids on a road trip to go to Vancouver because that's where Nia Long is working at in Canada. Yay! I want to go to Canada one day. I'm gonna go to the up north next year because damn it, it's too long. I've waited far too long to go to Canada. And the film has a lot of shenanigans. It's not a terrible road trip movie like The Guilt Trip or other movies, that have come out recently. And I thought Ice Cube was good with the kids. Yeah, he gets on it. They get on his nerves. They're freaking kids, people. There are adult kids nowadays that are much more, neurotic, and they just act like, on impulse all the time, and then parents can't even control their own kids. But I like the Bonnie forms with them, that they pet a deer. That's a hilarious scene where the deer beats the shit out of Ice Cube. There's a scene, in one of these centers where there's a clown, and the kids are like the kids. One of the little girl is singing, and the boy, he's whatchamacallit, what is his name, Lindsay, and whatchamacallit, the Suzanne's the name of the girl. Lindsay is the Kevin and Lindsay are the kids in the movie. And they're good in the film. I don't hate these actors. I like the film just fine. I mean, it's very short. It's only 95 minutes. It starts at Christmas. They start the movie off at Christmas. Say, "Merry Christmas, sucker," and don't come back for Kwanzaa. They pretty much do like Home Alone traps to this black guy that's kind of wants to ask the mom out, and they're trying to protect their mother from a guy, and that's what they're trying to do to Ice Cube. That's why they make his life hell. But I understand it. They're not the villains in the movie. They're just troubled kids that don't want they want what's best for their mom. And I thought the acting was fine. I don't think Ice Cube is not going to say the F word in this movie. It's a PG. They haven't said the F word in a PG movie since the 90s. Just saying. In a PG, they cannot say fuck because then you're gonna confuse audiences and parents are gonna take their kids out. Just saying. In Deadpool and Deadpool 2, you can say all the F bombs you want because that is not for kids. This is a family film. The film is fast paced. It doesn't take forever for them to go. The first they go to the airport and then they ruin his car and he's like, damn. And also, there's a scene where he gives Kevin a Swiss Army knife, and he takes it to the airport, puts it in Nick's pocket. The metal detector goes off, and they see it's a corkscrew, and then they spear him, and the Asian guy like squishes him. That movie, it's just this movie makes me laugh. I prefer it over the sequel because the sequel I do like the film, but it has a lot of problems, and but it's not, this one's the funnier one. The kids do a lot of expressions, and there's a lot of ghetto talk, which is fine, slang, because Ice Cube used to be a hardcore rapper in the 90s, and it's fine that he wanted to soften his image. Arnold did the same thing in the 90s with Last Action Hero and Kindergarten Cop. Those are not exactly R-rated. They were much lighter, and they were fun, and Tim trying to do comedy, and I think they work in fine. As long as you got the talent and you're believable, I think you can do anything. Because I'm sorry, if John Boyega played this, I would be like, no, you're not African American. Get out of here. Just stop trying to be something that you're not. You're British. You're false. Get out of my face. I know it's controversial, but sorry. If I want to see someone real black in a movie, I want to see the real deal, like in Black Panther. I want to see real people, the real people that come from there, not some freaking cheap imitation like him and Idris Elba. No, you're just pretending. Your skin's black, but your language certainly isn't. But anyway, enough of that. I don't want to sound racist here. The kids are fine. I like the kids. Nia Long is very attractive in the movie. I like her spark with Nick. Because him and Ice Cube and Nia Long were in Friday together, so they have the spark from that. And I think they did another film together as well. So they have the chemistry, and it's nice to see this. It's a nice family comedy, and it has references. They said Pokemon and SpongeBob and Beanie Babies and the kids playing a GameCube inside of the car, and there's a lot of references, and they sing the song Respect. Um, and it's a lot of fun movie. It's a lot of fun in the movie. There's a lot of soundtracks. There's a lot of songs in the movie that make me smile. The hamster dance is pretty cute, and there's a scene where they put a 50 Cent song in the movie, and it's not offensive, believe me. Yes, there's some toilet humor. The kid pees on this lady, but hey, it's a PG movie. What do you expect? And but it's not fart jokes for freaking 2 minutes like in Fembusters. I'd rather see this than Fembusters because I get a lot of laughs in this movie. The scene at the end where he's on the ice and he's attacking this trucker guy that's crazy, and the kids kick his ass, and it's a kids movie. You have to suspend your disbelief. Oh yeah, there's other scenes here too. There's what's another scene? Oh yeah, when Ice Cube is riding on the horse, when they ruin his car, the scene where the car explodes, and he's like, "What did I do?" And there's a scene where his car gets completely messed up and it goes off the side of the road, and then he screams, and he's like, "Take me now, take me now!" And then these Amish guys are like, "This is why we don't go to the city." I'm like, "Yeah, that was funny. I admit that." And the film makes me laugh. It says the funniest family comedy since Home Alone. It's not better than Home Alone. It's definitely better than Home Alone 3. I could say that easily. And, for what it was, Ice Cube is one of his first, family films. I like him as an actor. O'Shea Jackson Sr., that's his real name. And I don't hate him in the ride along movies. That movie sucked because of the writing and because of Kevin Hart. Because he's so annoying. He's like, that's him for freaking an hour and a half. That's him in every freaking movie. He's a loud, obnoxious little twerp that wishes he was. He acts like he's Eddie Murphy. Guess what, Kevin Hart? You're not Eddie Murphy. You're not Eddie Murphy in his prime or now. You'll never be Eddie Murphy, and you'll never be as funny as this movie. Everything you touch turns to death. I'm sorry. That's why I didn't see Secret Life of Pets. That's why I didn't see Captain Underpants, because I see that name and I'm like, no, get the hell out of my face, dude. I'm not a racist. I love black people in movies when they can entertain me, not when they have a shitty accent and it takes me out of the movie. Sorry, Force Awakens. Your fake accent for Boyega did nothing for me. At first, I thought it was decent, but the more I thought about it, and then I'm like, no, you're a Brit pretending to be American. Get out of my face. This movie, I'll give the pass to, because at least Ice Cube using his normal accent. The kids, normal accent. Nia Long, normal accent. They're not trying to sound too ghetto or freaking British or whatever. No, it's fine. I want to see an American comedy, and this is what it is. Is it the best comedy of all time? No. Some people said, "Oh, it's dumb, it's stupid, it's a typical movie." I like the film, and the fact that it's New Year's, I always like to watch this during the end of December because it makes me laugh. What makes me laugh is not going to make you laugh, but hey, we're all, different strokes for different folks, and this comedy is way better than freaking anything the Fembusters could have thrown at you. There's nothing funny in that movie. I saw the trailer, I didn't laugh once. The power of panic compels you. It's not funny. It's not funny. I'm sorry. But anyway, Are We There Yet is a fun comedy. If you have kids, they can watch this. It's not like they're going to be F bombs in the movie. Ice Cube is very restrained, but he's not phoning it in. I think he does fine. It's not even the worst movie he's done. I would rather see this than Ride Along or Ride Along 2. Because that's a Kevin Hart vehicle that he's annoying. And I've already told you that. But anyway, for a holiday film, that takes place in Christmas and then it ends on New Year's. It's a fun movie. I like the film for what it is. It's not Shakespeare. It's just a freaking family comedy like Jingle All the Way. But anyway, that's my review on Are We There Yet? Very underrated. Critics were shitting on it, like saying it's one of the worst movies of 2005. No, I think Mr. and Mrs. Smith is way worse. That got praise, and that movie's shit. It's so disappointing. But anyway, I like the film. The sequel has its problems, but I can watch it too. But this is only about the first one because the sequel's not a holiday film. But anyway, I like the film. So what? Everybody's different in this YouTube community. I'm all for different, but I don't like to be fooled anymore. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next review.